Hello and welcome to another episode of the Fair One podcast. We're here to watch Adesanya versus Strickland. Really, the main card. That's a main fight on this card. So let's see what happens with this fight. Like the card itself. Congratulations for everyone that was on it as well. But probably wasn't the most stacked card that it could have been. I think for Sydney. But so far, a lot of the local boys have been doing very well. So let's see how this goes. Like I said, my final prediction for this is going to be Israel. I can't really see Sean having a clear path to victory. But it's going to be interesting. My heart's with Bam Bam. I hope Bam Bam wins this fight. Tyson Pedro has had a bit of a rough run lately and had a good run and he lost his last fight. So let's see how he goes with this one. He should win this fight. I'd pick Tyson to win this fight that he's going to have now. I don't see, again, to use the same term, I don't see a clear path to victory for Anton. Interesting how, I'm really actually interested for this fight with Strickland and Adesanya. Like we did the breakdown for it before. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see a couple of things that I saw, even with the weigh-in and that, like Bisping, Strickland is bigger than I thought he was. You know what I mean? I actually thought like he's actually a fair bit bigger than I thought he would be. And even in terms of cutting the weight, it seemed like he's actually a bit bigger. He's actually looks a bit. Now I see him like next to Israel as well, and I have a point of comparison with Israel because I've seen him with other guys that I personally know as well. And Strickland is actually bigger than I thought he was. So what that's going to mean in the fight, I don't fucking know. But I'm just saying to you that he's bigger than I thought he would be. I'm going to try and add something to this, which is, let me see if I can do this, because I am now officially, as of today, officially a beekeeper. I was putting my beehives together for the first time in my life. So that's what I was doing before I did this. Thrill House says, "Hey Fab, your donation in Guru stream earlier. I'm glad you find him entertaining too. You're very youthful, mate." Thank you, buddy. Nah, man, I've followed him for a long time. Fumple Fimple says, "Yo, Fab, I got no questions right now, but I'm sure I can come up with some to keep things interesting." Rob McKenzie says, "Good morning from WA, Fab. Great day for a fight. Can Sean get inside Israel's reach, or will Israel destroy his legs to slow Sean down?" Fumple Fimple says, "I'm not watching the fight, though. Too poor for that." That's fair enough, dude. We're going to Fimples. We're going to keep you up to date with everything that's happening in this fight. Rob McKenzie, look, in as far as can he get inside? The problem. This is the thing. This is the actual thing that people miss. Like Pereira, Israel, they're not that easy to take down. People go, "Why don't they just take them down?" It's not that easy to take. They're not easy to take down. And once you take them down, to hold them down requires a lot of energy. And to do that for 5 rounds is difficult. You can't just run in and do the takedown. Regardless of what Sean says, a lot of people say, "Oh, he didn't go for a takedown. He didn't this, he didn't that." That fight didn't last long. It didn't last long enough to see an evolution of how that fight was going to go. He may well have tried to take him down later in that fight. Who knows? The problem with Israel and Alex is you get inside, they can punch you too, dude. They can crack. Israel can crack. You clinch with him, man. His elbows, knees up the middle. I favor Israel in the clinch over Sean. He's got the leverage, being the longer guy. He's got the elbows. He's got the knees. He's got 100+ combat fights. His background is in kickboxing. He's going to have the knees and the elbows and whatnot. And whilst if they rolled, I would, like I said in the breakdown, if they had a jiu-jitsu match, I would probably say maybe Sean would tap him. Maybe I have no real point of comparison for that other than Sean's we assuming that Sean's a better grappler. You know what I mean? You have no real objective point where you saw both of them grapple each other or something like that, or that Sean's Rodolfo Vieira with a really extensive grappling background. We hear that he's better. He looks like he's better, but is he better enough? Like the rounds are very small, you know, the 5-minute round. Let's say they spend 2 minutes on their feet, boxing, kickboxing, trying to get the person down. Then you get him down. Then you've only got 2 minutes to work. Is Sean good enough to really do something in those 2 minutes and do that 5 times in the fight? It's very hard. So that's a problem. I don't think that he can hold Israel down, even if he gets him down. Beetlejuice says, "Hey bro, good to see you as always. How are you and the family doing?" Beetlejuice, we're doing really good, man. Had a good time. We went and collected my bees today. and I set up my beehive. You know, so I'm a beekeeper now. So that's pretty cool. James Lee says, "Hey Fab, good to see you, mate." Dan Hardy did a breakdown of Sean's striking defense, and he was basically laughing at it at times. I haven't seen Dan Hardy's breakdown of Sean. I mean, there are some things he does with the parry that's a little bit much, but at the same time, like, who's knocked him out? Like, I think I'm going to say the name wrong, but the Brazilian fellow in welterweight has knocked him out, who's good, by the way. Alex Pereira has knocked him out. You know, it works till it doesn't work. So I don't know that he's laughable necessarily. You know what I mean? Like, is he as good as Israel or Alex on the feet? I don't know, but you know, he's very competent on his feet. Rob McKenzie says, "I bought 12 bees from a beekeeper once. He gave me 13. He told me that's a freebie." Oh, Rob McKenzie is going to be here all night, ladies and gentlemen, all night. That was a good one, mate. I should have seen that one coming. Jesus, you fucking animal. I want to try and share something. Sammy sent me some stuff, and I'm trying to share it, but you guys have to appreciate that this is not my forte. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, no. So I'm actually really looking forward to these bees and seeing what they do, and if it's it was funny watching my daughter freak out as well over the bees. She wanted no part of it at first, but she also didn't want to not be around the bees. So it's funny with the kids. I'm trying to find here something that we had that Sammy made for us, so we can use. Because it's some interesting breakdowns that we put together here. Okay. I should be able to do this down. Cooper Marion says, "Glad to see you back streaming, Fab." Thank you, sir. Joseph says, "Fabricio buzz it there." Nah, man, I enjoy it. It just got too crazy. Like life got a little bit fucking mad. You know what I mean? Like it was a little bit crazy. I'm still nauseous from the Jack Jenkins fight. I didn't see any of the prelims, unfortunately. As I said, I was getting my bees ready, but I will watch them later on and give my opinion on them, but I haven't had the opportunity to watch them. If anyone can shed some light on some of the stuff that they thought was acceptable or not acceptable. And yeah, I don't Joseph says, "Beekeeping is hobby, coach, or for business?" Nah, definitely for a hobby, you know. It's just something very it's surprisingly cool, you know, like it's surprisingly cool. You see the bees like flying in and out of like a little airport of the entranceway and that, and this like I don't know, just spun me out just doing it right off the bat. I had my whole outfit on. My daughter had it on. My wife had it on. And we had a couple of friends over. Sammy, actually. Sammy's a beekeeper as well, amongst many other things. And, you know, you smoke them and that. And we built a little platform for them and everything. And it's fucking cool, man. You would imagine that they would be fucking going mad, but they don't. You know, they're actually pretty chill. Cooper Marion says he dislocated his elbow, broke his arm, possibly posting to stop a wizard throw. Man, you see that sort of shit happen a lot. Hidehiko Yoshida, gold medalist at the Olympics, he did a very similar break like that. It's fucking sickening, man. You see people post like that. Rob McKenzie says that the pre-fight was hilarious. 10-7 Strickland. I don't want to sound like I cannot for the life of me, even if I want to, I can't sit through the press conferences. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking difficult for me to sit through the press conference. I don't like some of the stuff that's said is like, wow, you know, people just say this. But I heard some of the comments in that. I heard some stuff. Obviously, I watched some of it, and yeah, there was some funny moments there. I have a question. What you guys think? Let's follow the path of least resistance. Let's say Israel wins, right? If Israel wins, who does he call out? Who's next? Who's next for Israel out of the possible contenders there? Or what does he do? Does he fight Drikas next? Does he fight the winner of Hamzat? I'm asking you guys, please let me know. Fimple says, Fab, here's a question. Do MMA fighters do like how to fight with certain injury drills or train to prevent these injuries, like how to not get an arm snapped when thrown down? Fimple says it makes sense for me to do so, for them to do so. Look, man, it's an interesting question. It's a very good question. I'll tell you this. A lot of the guys, see, when you do wrestling or judo training, it's embedded in the training that you do break falls and you understand how to fall and you understand all the different things that can happen in a wrestling match. You know, but when I say wrestling, meaning being thrown or whatnot. If you miss those fundamental years of training, anyone that's done wrestling or judo training will know that a lot of it, probably 30% of it, is gymnastics types training. If you miss that and you don't have those fundamental trainings, you are running a risk of big injury when you're getting thrown. If not, if you know how to land, if you've done enough wrestling, gymnastics type training, you see guys like Fedor, when he got bombed by Kevin Randleman, he should have been fucking dead. But he was so relaxed, his body he was able to do it, you know? So in answer to your question, yeah, you do a lot of gymnastics, proprioception type work, your ability to land, all of that sort of stuff. You should be doing that, and that's embedded in your wrestling or judo training. A lot of people miss that because they just do the wrestling for MMA. You know, they don't do wrestling. If you do wrestling and you give the sport its respect, or judo, and you give the sport the respect that it deserves, and you're going to be doing that in that. Bodybuilding says, did you see his face at Wayne's? I've never seen Izzy that sucked down in the face. Honestly, dude, like it's like I don't want to talk Israel's myth away, but like he always cut weight, man. Like he always cut weight. That's why when I saw him and I was saying to people, like, I met the dude, like when Rob fought him, and he's fucking huge. You know what I mean? And people are like, no, he's not. He could fight at welterweight. Like, no, dude. Dude's fucking big. He can fight at light heavyweight. So yeah, he always cut weight. You know, he always cut weight. Rob McKenzie said, tried Vietnamese iced coffee after you last time pod. Very nice, man. I just had Vietnamese iced coffee. It is the fucking best. For any of you that don't know, it's cold drip coffee with condensed milk. Absolutely nice. Joseph says, since Izzy's older, Ian Gary might call him out. Now, Joseph. James Lee says, I appreciate Dan Harrod's analysis. In Izzy Rob 1, he said Rob was susceptible to check hooks, and sure enough, that's what caught him. He said Sean drops his hands, lifts his chin, susceptible to a kick. Absolutely, man. Like that, this is, but being susceptible, you got to understand something as well. Like being susceptible to things, like Israel can be kicked to the legs, it doesn't mean you're going to be able to do it or that it's going to thing like. But if for me, the thing that I see with Sean is the way that he parries and the way that he stands. It makes it easy for Israel, someone like Israel, not everyone can do this, to throw the left hand and throw the left kick right behind it. Because as he parries with his right hand, that left lead, the kick comes around the side, and that is definitely what could happen. Cooper Marion says, a trainer fall from great heights for Dor after the Randleman fight. He should have been fucking dead in that fight. He should have been dead. And he didn't die somehow. So I don't know. It's insane, you know what I mean? Like that the way that he got thrown. But that's a good question, man. A lot of guys, and sometimes you do all of that training and you still get hurt or you get knocked out by a throw or you break your arm. But I will say that a lot of people miss that fundamentals of the sport, you know. Same as I see people trying to learn striking or boxing or whatever, and they don't really give the sport the respect that it deserves. And you're only learning bits and bobs. You're not really learning how to, you know, change angles in boxing. There's this whole sweet science to boxing. Joseph says, my guy Tyson Pedro walking in, he's about to show us something. Man, I hope Tyson wins this, you know. I think he should. Anton, no disrespect to Anton, but I don't think he's like, oh, fuck. I don't think he's a more. I don't think he'll ever be more than win one, lose one kind of thing in the UFC. So I think so. Rob McKenzie says, yeah, I saw that. Let me see. I'm just trying to do this thing. For the life of me, I cannot do this. Okay, so the guys are lining up. Bruce Buffer's is speaking here, and let's see. It's funny, eh? Like, because you see people, not that he looks old, but you see people just start to age over the years. Like, not in a bad way, but I was saying that the other day. Like, people are the younger guys in the division, and then all of a sudden, bang! Like Israel's 34, Rob's 33, like turning 33 in December. Like, it's just funny. It just goes bang, and I just look at Tyson's face now because you know I remember Tyson as a kid, you know, and now his face is like changed. Fumples Fimple says, another question. Whenever fighters say, I won't fight him until he shows me something, is this just bait against new up-and-coming fighters who haven't shown enough for them to figure out how to counter? I don't know. I don't know because I don't know why people say what they say. So Joseph says, Coach, what would be your walkout song when you fight Ngannou for the belt? I don't know, but something to do with how much dynamite I have in my fucking hands. I don't know, I'd be giving up a bit of weight, probably 40, 50 kilos to Ngannou, but I think my lateral movement, look at these wrists. Look at these things. Ngannou wouldn't want nothing to do with that, mate. I'll tell you now. The power behind those wrists. I'm trying to find a way. Okay, we're about to start here, guys. I do not see this Anton having a lot for Tyson. I just don't see it. I see Tyson being better across the board, and we're off. Oh, nice front kick up the middle by Anton. Turkalj. Leg kick by Turkalj. Tyson skirting the peripheries of the octagon. Turkalj again. I think we got partially checked that time by Tyson. Turkalj looking for those leg kicks on Tyson. I see just Tyson being a way better grappler though. That's my opinion. I don't see him. I found out today that the beekeeping community is pretty like full on. Joseph, so don't fuck about, mate. I would compare it to a gang. Turkalj is holding the center of the octagon while Tyson is skirting the outside. Tyson's doing a good job of moving his legs away from the leg kicks of Turkalj. Oh, 1-2, but Anton counters with the right hand. Nice 1-2 by Tyson. Partially checked kick there. Oh, nice leg kick by Anton. Anton feints on the leg kick. Nice feints coming from Anton. I did not see that coming. Oh, he throws a right hand. Tyson along the outside of the octagon. I think if Tyson can get him down, though, that'll be all she wrote, though. Turkalj just throwing up a lot of kicks in that middle distance now. Nice leg kick lands by Tyson. They exchange leg kicks. Anton kicks him as well. They're feeling each other out a lot. Both guys respecting each other's power. Oh, both of them trade leg kicks. They punch and they clinch. Tyson doing a good job of defending it. Turkalj moving forward. Turkalj feints a leg kick. I think he's going to feint the leg kick and look for a home for a right hand, possibly in a left hook to follow. Oh, Tyson rocks him. Tyson rocks him. He lands a jab. Anton's in trouble. Tyson lands a body kick as well. Nice jab by Tyson. Oh, he rocks him again, does Tyson. Turkalj's got a bit of a fucking chin on. Oh, he drops him. It's over. Turkalj is out. It's out. Turkalj is out. I did not see that going any other way than that, though, in fairness. Hit him with a few stiff jabs, good body kick. I did not see that going any other way. One second. I didn't think that. I didn't think that Anton Turkalj would be able to compete with Tyson. To be honest with you, I just didn't see how. You know what I mean? I haven't seen anything in his past fights that would suggest that, and I thought Tyson on the ground would be too much for him. But then, as soon as they started exchanging him, I thought, no, it's not. This isn't gonna happen. So we'll be moving right along. So what have we got here? Justin Tafa versus Austin Lane. That's going to be a very interesting fight. That was interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Dricus is in. Like, I think Dricus looks like he's next. You know what I mean? But I wonder if that's a fight that Israel will make. Like, that Israel will say, "Let's go." You know. Yeah, John Pedro is his dad. I didn't see him there, but yeah, John Pedro is his dad. No, I just thought that it would be. I didn't see how this Anton fellow was going to beat Tyson outside of like a lucky shot. Tafa versus Austin Lane again. Like, oh fuck, mate. Joseph says, shout out to John Pedro. The man can crack. One of the godfathers of MMA in Australia. Yeah, he is, man. He is. He's a legend in Australia. Absolutely. Oh, I think I'm going to do it, guys. I think I'm going to find the screen that I'm trying to share. I'm a fucking champion. I'm telling you. Some of it's genetics, but a lot of it's just hard work. I think I'm going to be able to do this. Okay. I think this might happen, people. I think this might fucking happen. Let me see. Nah. Oh, I've done it. Here's a question. What did you think of Tyson Fury's floppy gloves versus Wilder in second fight? I think it was. I don't know. I don't know exactly what that was. That's Joseph says Justin Tafa is next. I'm about to flinch every time he throws. Yeah, man, those guys fucking, can bang. It's going to be interesting because I think that they've already fought. They already fought a little bit before, so it's going to be interesting how Austin Lane comes out. He understands the power that he has, but he had some success early on, kicking to the body and pushing away. That's how the eye poke happened. So let's see. Justin Vishegas says, have not seen, or Villegas, I don't know how you pronounce it, have not seen this channel pop up in a minute. Much love to you. Right back at you, sir. Thank you, man. Life got a bit crazy, man. I had 3 kids under 3.5 years old. Fucking a lot of stuff, business-wise, work-wise, after COVID had to, kind of make up for lost time. So that was a little bit crazy. Yes. So that's what kind of happened with that. Yeah, Justin Tafa doesn't look like he doesn't hit hard. He hits hard. Let's see if I can share this. I've been trying to do this the whole time we've been here. Is that right? Did I get this right? Yes, I did. All right. Hello. It was the wrong button. I pressed the wrong button. I don't think, yes, maybe this will work. I'm like Icarus, man. I'm going outside of my area of expertise in trying to add all these things. And so I flew too close to the sun in that particular one. Yeah, so what we have here, I just have a little breakdown of Justin Tafa here. And just when you're comparing these guys, and Austin Lane, I'm not going to talk too much about them right now, just because of when it's coming up. And also, we don't have a lot on these two. We don't have a lot on them, except that the last fight that they had. But I want to be able to do hopefully a breakdown of these guys, in particular Tai, Volkov, and thing. Yeah, look, man, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm new to this game. Without Sammy doing the graphics and the breakdown, I'm fucking pretty shit at it. But I'm definitely going to give it a crack. I'm definitely going to get better at doing this. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Joseph says, damn, coach getting technical with his graphics. Hashtag Steve Jobs. Yes, something like that. Yeah, Austin Lane's a big fellow, man. 6'6", ex-football player. One of the things that he does well, though, for such a big guy is how well he moves. He's actually quite light on his feet. And I've seen that in his fights. I don't know how much he's improved since his Contender Series fight. So I don't know how much, how good he's going to be on the ground. You know what I mean? I really don't know. So, and I don't think Tafa is going to try and take this to the ground unless you're lying supine fucking with your eyes rolled into the back of your head. So he does the famous Samoan takedowns, Big Islander takedowns, which is a left hook followed by a right hand if you're still standing. And that is beautiful, beautiful wrestling that he has. Most of his fights do end up on the ground, just not the way that people think it. Now, he's a big fellow, man, and he can bang. Can the moderators please take care of this guy? Adesanya versus Strickland doesn't work like that, man. Please don't come here and advertise your fucking links and that. Jesus. You can get on there and say who you want to win, how they're going to win, and all of that, but not necessarily do I want people getting in here and doing that shit, advertising their links. But you know what? I'm very, very flattered that you even found my channel, Spam Man. I like Justin Tafa, man. He reminds me of Mark Hunt back in the day. I like the way he fights. I don't know that I'm really interested to see how he's going to deal with the body kicks and the length of Austin Lane. Joseph says, legend says they use Justin's fists breaking rocks in the quarry. They try and break his fists with the rocks from the quarry, and it doesn't work. So the reach, the height, everything, the age is on Justin's side, but Austin Lane's 6'6" to Justin's 6 foot and 80-inch reach. Robbie McKenzie says, OnlyFans Fab, new revenue stream. I don't know exactly how the OnlyFans works. I think that my generation missed it. Well, I did anyways. I fucking don't know. Austin Lane is writing something on the, like not actually writing, but tracing with his hands. Oliver Ekman says, sorry for the late response, Fab. I was in a trance with your beautiful head. Mate, you're meant to be the regulator here, Oliver Ekman, like they did in Young Guns. You're meant to regulate any stealing of my property. You know, you missed it. You missed it. I had to do it myself. Oliver Ekman. Very, very, very disappointed, mate. Who have we got after this? Justin Tafa versus, and then we got Manuel Cape versus Felipe dos Santos. Interesting fight. I wonder how Felipe is going to turn that around, like being that it's late notice, etc. It's hard, man. Cutting weight. Tafa is a big fellow himself, man. We're off, guys. Round one. Tafa's in southpaw stance and Austin is in orthodox. Austin hits with a front kick to the open side. Tafa's trying to get his lead foot outside. Ooh, front kick to the... I think he eye poked him again. He fucking eye poked him again. That's how their last fight ended. Tafa is shocked, bewildered, confused. Boom, front kick to the body, or was it a low shot? I'm not sure. Nah, because that's what Austin Lane does. He kicks and then he pushes off. And that's how he ended up eye poking him the first time and the second time. I just don't understand with the eye pokes. Like, it should be like, nah, dude, that's a fucking foul. You're done. When they touch gloves, he's looking for the body shots is Austin Lane. Outside kick from Austin Lane. Inside kick from Austin Lane. Austin Lane on the peripheries of the octagon. Ooh, left hook or left lead kind of thing from Tafa. Ooh, nice right kicked, blocked by Tafa, but he's going to need a lot more of those. Man, Tafa looks like he's going to skip inside and crack, dude. He moves really fast. Like, he gets outside of that lead foot and throws that left hand. He throws like a lead right hook as well. Oh, a hook kick, swing and a miss. Oh, nice right hand by Austin Lane, but a side kick at the same time by Tafa. Oh, he killed him. Fucking hell. Tafa's killed Austin Lane. Get off him, dude. Oh, my God. What a shot. Oh. Wow. Yeah, fuck. Oliver Ekman says Austin should have a point removed for the rest of his career. How do I pronounce your name? Good morning, sir, to you too. Steve Riley says, g'day, Fab. Good to see you grinding. All the best. Let's go, Strickland. Let's go, Strickland. It's going to be an interesting fight, dude. I don't have a horse in the race, to be honest with you. I don't really care who wins, but it's going to be an interesting fight, you know? It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting because if Strickland can win a round early and Israel can't knock him out for whatever the reason, which I predict Israel to knock him out, to be fair. But if he can't, it's going to be interesting down the stretch. I think that Strickland is one of the few guys that really has that cardio and that output to pressure late in the fight. Is he going to do it? I don't think. Hey, Faisal, how are you? I don't think it's really probable. You know what I mean? Is it possible? But it's not probable. I don't see Sean being able to do that. He is one of the few people that can do it. Ofon says, I was about to be furious, Fab. Didn't see a live stream link. I'm sorry, man. Ofon says, laugh out loud. Sorry for my ignorance, but I thought Justin Tafa had lost weight and was now Tyson Pedro. I thought they were the same person, says Ofon. Yeah, man. Crazy fucking knockout. Bad knockout, that one. Joseph says, that referee wants somebody to die. The dude didn't need that. Nah. See, that's what I mean. That knockout there was fucking brutal. Like, I feel like, again, people go, he could have recovered. He could have, say the Aljamain Sterling and the O'Malley fight, and people go, that was an early stoppage. And I think, like, maybe not. But if you get dropped like that, you got to understand they should stop it. Like, I think that once you get dropped by a monster like Justin Tafa, like you get dropped like that, it's over, dude. It's finished. Like at heavyweight, you're not, it's not for a world title. You don't have runs on the board, for surviving these massive fights. You're not a high-level jiu-jitsu guy that's going to be comfortable on his back. Then you're done, dude. You're done. Ofon says, dude, Tafa's like Mark Hunt's fighting career extended. Yeah, it's like a reincarnation of Mark Hunt. Faisal says he thinks that Adesanya wins by decision. Could be. I think Adesanya will probably stop him. If I'm going off what I think will actually happen, I think Adesanya will probably stop him. And I think he'll do a lead left hand from southpaw followed by a left high kick. That if I had to guess. Rob McKenzie says, what happened for that big right hand? Yeah, I think he got him with a left hook initially and then just fucking smashed him. Ofon says, Austin Lane is enormous though, holy moly. He is a big fellow, but so is Tafa. Tafa's heavier than him. You know what I mean? He's just a fucking big guy. A lot of the guys, like you don't realize this when, like some of the Polynesian boys, they don't look, you don't realize like the way they're built is different. You know what I mean? They're dense, they're heavy guys. Like if you've ever had the pleasure of playing football with them or something like that, or against them, the displeasure of playing football against them, they're really dense human beings, you know, really made for collision, man. Like very, very, very powerful people in general, you know. I'm sure there's one or two that aren't, and somebody's going to say, don't say that. That's a generalization. My neighbor's not. Well, fuck your neighbor, but in general, they're very fucking strong people. Ofon says, yeah, like DC type of bodies. Yeah, they are. Like you look at people and you go, oh, he could make the next weight down, but they're not. Their bones are. That's another thing people don't understand. It's not just what you walk, the weight you walk around at. There's like your frame, your skeleton, how heavy that is, how dense your bones are. It's not just how tall you are and you weigh the same. Like you can both walk around 90 kilos and one guy can make lightweight and the other guy cannot. The other guy cannot make 77 kilograms. They might walk around the same, but they're just built different. They're built different. Their bones are thicker. Their skulls are bigger, you know. It's different people. Ofon says heavyweight Volkanovski. Like Volkanovski can't fight at heavyweight. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, he can, but he's not. It's not going to be beneficial for him to fight Ngannou, you know. So yeah. And I have Kape winning the next fight. Manny Kape, I have him winning that one. I don't see again. I didn't think Austin Lane would beat Tafa, and I didn't think Anton Turkalj would beat Tyson Pedro. I just don't see it. And Manel Kape versus Felipe dos Santos. I see Manel Kape winning this one quite comfortably. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Yes, I don't see that. I see the fights on this card. I didn't really like. I don't see a lot of fights here where any of them would really surprise me as to how it ends. You know what I mean? Like I don't see any of the fights. Like I kind of would have gone through and picked these ones pretty clear. Like for the most part, they've been. I don't want to say mismatches, but I would have picked a lot of these fights for sure. Like, I don't see them matched like exciting fights. You know what I mean? James Lee says, mate, I'm Indigenous, and when I was 15, I was 6 foot, 92 kilograms, wasn't fat at all, was just built differently than others. My shoulders were huge. When you say Indigenous, are you from where? Like, because Indigenous, like, yeah. James Lee says, I'm not from Australia. Is that like Aboriginal? Ofon says, there's all types of Indigenous in Oceania, it seems, and I can never keep it straight. Yeah, no, because like, say, for example, like the Torres Strait Islanders, there's and Aboriginal Australians, like they're 500 nations before like white settlers came in. So it's very broad as well, where they're from. I don't know your background. My grandmother's Indigenous, but not to this continent, like to Latin America. So it's just, yeah, let us know where you're from, James Lee. Manel Kape. And he can whack too, man. Joseph says, Ty versus Volkov, very intriguing fight, in my honest opinion. Yeah, man. I think, man, the interesting thing here, I think, is Ty has to get inside. I think that whilst he's going to try and leg kick, which he does kick well, Volkov is one of the few guys that really does address the leg kicks well. Is he going to be able to hurt Bam Bam to the body is a question. Narunga near Wallaroo in South Australia. Ah, cool. Are you still in South Australia now, James Lee? Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the thing. Like, can he hurt Bam Bam enough to the body and to the legs himself to slow Bam Bam down and to be like Bam Bam kind of his blitz where he comes in and throws with big hands, big power. Is he going to be able to do that? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's going to be it's a clash of styles. This is probably the one fight on the card that I find properly intriguing in as far as I can't say to you, look, this is who I definitely think would win. Because for pretty much the other people on the card, I'd say, yeah, and Manuel Cape versus Felipe dos Santos. I don't know enough about Felipe dos Santos, but I do think Manuel Cape will win. Like, he was getting ready for Kai Kara France, who's one of the better flyweights around. So he's coming in prepared. He knew he was flying here. He knew the whole thing. So he had all of that ready. Whereas Felipe dos Santos is in relatively short notice. Didn't know he was going to be fighting him. Sometimes that works to your advantage. Sometimes it doesn't, you know, so it's going to be interesting. That's going to be very, very interesting. Then I have some Felipe is making his walkout now. It's hard, man. Like, it's a hard way to make a living fighting, or even any of the industries in the periphery of it. You know, like, there's not that much money in it, even until you at the top. James Lee says, "Nah, brother, been in Cairns for 11 years now, man. Cairns is beautiful. I love Cairns. Do you enjoy Cairns?" A lot of people don't. I really, really liked it. Like, I like the, I like the heat. Actually, I like where it's hot. But I was never there during the wet season, though. I don't know what the wet season must be like. And for those that don't know, they're not from Australia. Kansas is tropical North Queensland. It's beautiful, beautiful Daintree rainforest. All of that is up that way. It's really, really nice. There's a point. I don't know exactly where the point is. I don't know whereabouts it is. Maybe it's after Airlie Beach. I'm not sure, where you're driving and it's not tropical yet. And then from all of a sudden, it's just like sugarcane fields and banana plantations. It's just the whole way up. It's one of the things that just spun me out the most about. I went on a big road trip when I was about 20 or 21, all the way up the east coast of Australia, all the way up to the Daintree, all the way up to the start of the Cape York Peninsula. And I did it all in what's that little shitty Mazda called? It's like this little car. I went all the way up there. And I was mad. It was unbelievable. But the way that Australia just changes like that, it's incredible, because I'm from Sydney. So, yeah, just an interesting road trip. Felipe is now getting checked. He's about to step on. I don't, yeah. I feel like the matchups on the card was favorable to mainly, more than likely, always the people I was going for anyways. But like, I'm looking at it from, like, for me, subjectively, I wanted Tyson to win. So good. But I just didn't see the matchups as like compelling on an objective front. Like, you say, if I was some Swedish dude watching, I don't have any horse in the race, and I'm watching these two. Oh, Anton was Swedish. Fucking, I don't know, French person watching. I have no horse in the race. I'm just watching the fights. I'd have no, like, the matchups weren't that compelling. They were very one-sided, Manuel Cape is pumped, man. He's running. He did a little dance and he's running out to the octagon. Faisal says, "How is the weather nowadays in Australia?" It's lovely at the moment, man. It's nice. It's start of spring where I live. Australia is a massive country. Where I live on the Australian south coast, about an hour and a half south of Sydney, and it's cool. Like, it was like 9 degrees, 10 degrees in the morning, and not too hot, but the sun's bright. So if you're out in the sun, you can take your jumper off. If you in the shade, you got to put your jumper on. But it's nice. It's very nice weather. James Lee says, "Love it here. Can be a bit of a bubble though. Don't think I'd live anywhere else. Wet season is beautiful. Rainforests full of mist like on TV." See, that's, man, people don't know. It really is beautiful. Really, really is, man. Like those the rainforest and that. This was a tropical rainforest. Yeah, I loved it there. Like I really, really did. I have a question. How big, right, are the Cowboys there? Like the North Queensland Cowboys? Is it are they like the shit there? Like do they run the town, so to speak? Is that what the town is centered around, sports wise? I'm ignorant to this. This is why I'm asking. Or are there other sport teams as well that carry it as much as them? Oliver Aikman says, "Oh, Iowa is truly beautiful too. Corn for miles. If you love corn, you got to go to Iowa." It's hard to get. I guess it's hard to get behind some of the matchups on this card. I feel, um, yeah, I can't couldn't get as excited as I'd like. I would have probably liked to have seen. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen more of compelling matchups. I think for this particular fight. Oliver Ekman says beans too, Fab. I love beans. Hey, so beans are important. Oliver. Manny Cape seems to be angry at someone. Manuel Cape walking all the way over to Felipe dos Santos. I always wonder sometimes, no offense to some of the security guards that are there, but it's only for show because I don't see how they would stop Manuel Capi, let alone Justin Tafa or someone like that. Cooper Marion says, was 42 degrees where I'm at recently. Ugh, that's hot, man. James Lee says, lots of Brazilians in Cairns, Fab. Not sure if you know that or not. Worked with heaps of Brazilian people here. I did not know that. We're off, guys. We've started. Both guys swinging for the fences right off the bat. Manuel Capi catches the kick. Manuel Capi in the southpaw stance and Felipe dos Santos in orthodox. Felipe dos Santos goes looking for a low kick. Manuel Capi answers with one of his own. Felipe looks quite rangy, throws a nice kick to the body, answered by Manuel Capi. They're kind of mirroring each other, fighting southpaw to orthodox with jumping switch kick by Felipe dos Santos. Oh, flying knee by dos Santos. A big left hand by Manuel Capi. They're exchanging. Man, Felipe dos Santos, he's rangy, good striker. He looks good, man. Could have, and I think it will, like irrespective of what happens in this fight. Nice jab landed by, oh shit! He drops him, does Manuel Capi with a big left hand. Drops him with a big left hand. Felipe's looking to throw up an armbar or a triangle. He's got an active guard here. There he goes looking for it, but Manuel Capi knows what's going on and he moves out of the guard. Man, that was a big shot, especially a flyweight. Oh, hits him with an uppercut. Felipe's game, though. He's throwing ones and twos. Manuel Capi switched to orthodox now. Felipe goes looking for a front. Now back to southpaw is Manuel Capi. Oh, man, he hit him hard, man. Goes looking for a low kick of his own, does Felipe. Manuel Capi goes well left for the body. That was a nice hand by Capi. And it just looks like it hurt Felipe. It didn't just drop him. It looks like it hurt him. You know what I mean? Sometimes those, like you get dropped, but he looked like you saw it in his face. He looks like he's recovered a little bit now, but it definitely looked like he was hurt. They exchange, they kind of clinch and clash together. Now Felipe is coming forward a little bit, still in the orthodox stance. He catches one of Manuel's kicks, but Manuel's going to reverse this, but Felipe is looking, I think at one stage he was looking for a leg. Now Manuel Capi is ground and pounding him. Felipe regains his guard, and Manuel Capi just stands up with 2:28 to go in the first round. I don't see this one going the distance, ladies and gentlemen. Someone will get caught. Even Manuel Capi, like whilst he's doing good, Felipe's got like spinning back kicks that he just threw then, and he throws like big knees up the middle. I think one of these guys is going to get caught. They're full. Like Manuel Capi's got power too behind his shots. We just got caught with a little jab, and I think he got caught with a knee then. I can't see it clearly, though. It looked like he got caught with a knee. On the way out, though, it was as he was going out, so the knee didn't get the full brunt. I'd like, regardless of what happens in this fight, I'd like to see Dos Santos back with a full camp. And, you know, you don't know how the weight cut affects you as well, especially at these lighter weights. How much it takes out of you, and you're not training full pelt for a fight, and that definitely affects. Oh, goes looking for a right hand, does Felipe, and Manel Kape lands a little one of his own, like a little right check hook. Manel Kape goes to orthodox. I think he's going to look for a leg kick. Good exchange here by the boys. They're in the clinch. Felipe throws knees up the middle, goes looking for the mother of all right hands and misses. Swing and a miss with a left hook by Felipe. Oh, spinning elbow. I don't know if Kape got him or not. I can't see it clear, though, if he got him. Felipe goes looking for a spin of his own with 59 seconds left to go in the first round. Goes looking for a front kick to the open side of Kape, who's standing in southpaw. Hits him with the right hand instead, does Felipe. Doubles up on the jab, then hits with a... Ooh. Now he's looking for a takedown of Manel Kape. He's taken Kape's back. He looks for a left high kick. Manel Kape shoves him over. Felipe falls down. 33 seconds to go. 28 seconds to go. Front kick by Felipe Dos Santos. Right punch to the body by Manel. Another front kick. Felipe Dos Santos is doing a good account of himself, man. Like Manel Kape definitely won the first round, but man, short notice fight against a good fighter like Manel Kape. Answer, hits him with a right hand of his own. He's got a nice straight right hand, does Felipe. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the wrap. Irfan says, I really wish we could have seen more of Mighty Mouse in the UFC as a flyweight. It got more exciting, or maybe he was just too dominant and made flyweight predictable in a way. I definitely think he was very, very dominant. I don't think, and I don't want to be mean to the flyweights or to the heavyweights, but I don't think the divisions are as competitive at the lighter weights and at the heavier weights as they are at that kind of even bantamweight, but featherweight, lightweight, welterweight. That's where most people, that's the size of most human beings, you know. So you just don't have the talent pool to draw from. Most people are that. Most people are that weight, featherweight, welterweight, lightweight, that kind of weight. Robert McKenzie says, Fab, the honey master floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee, but has trouble with computers. I really do, man. There's something special about me. They're about to start. Rob McKenzie, you asked me a question about bees, but I think I got off. Can you ask it again? Because I didn't see it. Joseph says, damn, I really hope we get Kai versus Kape fight in the future. It's going to be a cracking fight. I think Kai is a little bit too tidy with his striking, to be honest with you, and he hits hard for a flyweight. But he's not as rangy as Felipe. Felipe is very rangy. It looks like he has a very good active guard, good jiu-jitsu. Like I said, I'd like to see him with a full camp, what he looks like. This is the start of the second round, 4 minutes and 27 seconds to go. Felipe walking forward, throwing front kicks. Goes looking for a home for that right hand. He's doing the right thing. And Manel Kape switches to orthodox. Oh, he hits Kape with a big right hand. Doesn't drop him, but just hits him with a good right hand. It's dangerous when these taller, rangier guys. What he's doing is really cool. So what he's doing, Jack Slack did a breakdown of this. Shout out to Jack Slack if you get a chance. It wasn't about this fight, but it was at some point about this. But it's stuff that, nice calf kick drops Dos Santos. When you throw that front kick, say you're orthodox and you throw it to a southpaw, you throw that front kick, and then you're throwing it to that open side, the right hand counter as they throw the left, and that's how he caught him then with the right hand. he did the breakdown of O'Malley versus Sterling, and that's the same thing that happened there. It didn't drop him, but it was a good counter, because when you throw that front kick and you're putting that between you and that person has to load up on that left hand and come in. I mean, there's other things they can do, but generally they have to load up and come in. And if you have the range on them, which Felipe does, you can step back and throw that right hand, which is what he did. And so this second round is more competitive. Cape looks to be physically the stronger of the two, but he's having a bit of difficulty with the range of Felipe. I don't know who's winning the second round. I'm not judging it, but definitely the first round, the power of Cape early on was evident. And now there's percentage-wise, statistically, there's a lot less knockouts at flyweight, and then there's a lot less knockouts at flyweight later in the fight. So as the fight progresses, that's going to become less of an element from like that one hit knockout. Doesn't mean you can't knock someone out. But the tools, the things that Felipe uses to try and knock you out, like the front, or to hurt you with the front kicks up the middle, knees up the middle, it's easier for Cape to duck into that than for you to hit him with a big shot as the fight progresses. It's usually going to be a knockout or a stoppage from an accumulation of strikes. Almost 1 minute, 52 seconds to go in this second round. Oh, they're exchanging. Cape's still got the power in his hands. But Felipe gets wobbled. He gets wobbled a little bit. I don't know if he tripped over his feet or if he got wobbled. And that's the thing when people are scoring fights. I'm not scoring fights, thank God. But when you are scoring a fight, sometimes you can't see that clearly from where you are, and it affects how you see the fight. Or maybe you do see it clearer than people see it when they're watching on TV. Just a second, guys. Good exchanges here. Very, very nice exchanges. Felipe looks tidy, man. I think I'd like to see him with a full cam coming in. He looks very, very, very... Oh, nice. Hits him with a jab, goes looking for a right hand. Manuel Cape hits him with a little shot there. Manuel Cape's fighting in the orthodox stance. They're both in orthodox. They're exchanging. 44 seconds to go. Manuel Cape lands a couple of shots. Felipe takes a knee. They're fighting up against the cage. A very action-packed end of this round. I know they both need to steal the show, I think. I don't know who won this. They need to steal the round, rather. I don't know who won this round. I'm not, like I said, I'm not judging it. I just don't know. There have been some good shots landed by both guys. I think Cape's probably landing the cleaner of the shots now as the fight progresses. Nice right hand by Cape. I'm pretty sure Cape's ranked like 10th or something in the world. So, man, stepping up on short notice like this with 2 seconds to go. Nice work. Nice work. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be back. It's a good fight. I'm impressed. This is the rooster, right? Is that it? Are we finished? And we're off, people. My friend catches deer. He hunts deer, just like the movie Deer Hunter. And I buy deer meat off him because I buy a lot of it, and it is absolutely delicious. 4 minutes and 22 seconds to go. Cape lands some big shots there. Nice front kick by Felipe dos Santos. Oh, I'm liking this fight. See, this fight, to me, of the fights I've seen on the card, because I didn't watch the prelims. Whoa, nice exchange. This is the best fight of any of the fights I've seen. With both of them are exchanging. It's close. Obviously, the advantage is to Manel Kape. Nice work by Felipe. Doubled up on the jab. You don't see a lot of that. A lot of the double jab too, and the continuing. Nice little uppercut counter by Felipe. Man, very impressive. He's stepping up on short notice to fight like, man. Nice right hand. They exchanging. Felipe throws a body kick, goes to the ground, and now he's up. Oh, they're fighting in the clinch. Big right hand by Felipe. Lands another one. They're exchanging in the pocket now in the third round. 2 minutes and 53 seconds. Man, they're getting after it. They're getting after it, these two. Don't ask me to fucking judge. I don't think in pounds. I think in kilos. But less than $20 a kilo. So I don't know, $10 Australian per pound or something like that. Oh, he takes a knee, does Felipe dos Santos. Big right hand by Kape, which stumbles Felipe dos Santos, which would have cost him the fight, I think. That was like the clear movement. Now, Kape is pretending he's playing basketball, but then he eats a 1-1-2. It's a close fight. Even statistically, it's a close fight. I think Kape has done, unless he gets dropped or something now, like he's done enough because he wobbled him in this round. In the second round was probably a bit of whatever, but I don't know. The first round definitely went to Kape. And Felipe looks like he's slowed down quite a bit now. There's 1 minute and 28 seconds to go. I'd really be interested in seeing this kid fight with a full camp. Oh, right hand by Kape. Felipe hit to the counter right. 58 seconds to go. Man, he gets after it though. Kape's trying to stay out of the way. Felipe's got 48 seconds to go. He would know that he's behind at this point, I would imagine. Goes looking for a spinning kick. Misses by far. Kape is doing a little bit of showboating now. Oh, they exchange right hands in. There's a bit of a slip and a counter there from both men. Those shots, though, from Kape, you can see that, like, Felipe hits, like, crisp with precision. And I'd like to see him with takedown by Manel Kape. Smart, 14 seconds to go. Elbows from the bottom from Felipe. And that's going to be the wrap with a Manel Kape decision win. 6 seconds to go. And that's it. Let me see what I've got to go back to answer some of the questions. Okay. I'm just sorry if I missed you guys. I just got to go to a few other ones. Fumples Fimple says, yo, Fab, if this was possible to be the EST and new fighting sport, if we have technology to do in a real time with no delay, mimic a fighter's movements, you can fight with no real wear or tear. Yeah, I think of stuff like that. So one fighter fights one dummy that mimics their opponent, whose dummy is molded perfectly to that opponent's body in every way. This way you can also now incorporate weapons without danger. But the problem is it's how you cope with the danger that changes how you fight. That's a big one, and how much pain and other things you can take. Not that's what changes how people fight. You see guys are really, really good in the ring. You're really, really good at training, and they're not good in the ring. They're not good in competition. People are different. Beetlejuice says, "Hey mate, sorry if I missed earlier, but can you please explain the bee situation? I am now a beekeeper or bought bees. I have bees." Fumple Fimple says, "But you also have fighters wear a suit that gives a fighter impact, damage, etc. So damage is perfectly measured and felt." Yeah, but without the threat of the real damage, it's different. If you know that because there's times where you get hurt and you feel that damage it's not just pain. You feel that they damaged you, whether it's your joint or whether it's your face or whether it's your brain. You feel that, and that's different. No, I was impressed by that fight. I thought it was a good fight. You know what I mean? I thought it was a really good fight. Ofon says, "Why do you get that instead of beef though? Lean meat." Well, the deer here in this region are a plague, and they're good meat, good quality meat, very lean, and it's better for the environment and better for me. And so, yeah. You see that a lot, though. You see not just Cape. You see a lot of people, like, even like sometimes the post celebrations, you think like, yeah, I don't know. That's me. Who am I to say anything, though? Yeah, it's just the deer. There's heaps of deer in the escarpments around here in the rainforest, and so it's easier. You people just hunt it. Some of the guys that I know hunt it, and yeah. Ofon says, "I've tasted venison once or twice. It tasted good, but was pretty tough." It depends what part of the venison you get and how you cook it. I strongly recommend that if you listen to my instructions carefully, you get the back straps, right? And then you put salt and pepper over it, put a crust on it, and you put nutmeg on it as well. So the three things, you mix them up and you make a nice crust from those three things. Then you pan fry it on each side for about 5 minutes. And then you put it in the oven for another 4 or 5 minutes at 180 degrees. Preheat the oven at 180 degrees and put it in. Once you've done that, take it out of the oven and let it rest for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then you cut it up, and then you have it, and it won't be tough. That will be like butter, man. That's my recommendation. But if you get like the shoulder or something like that, nah. And it depends what kind of deer you get as well. Sambar deer are very, very, very nice. I wouldn't say to you like I made a shoulder before and it was okay, but it wasn't like that. What I just said then, that's the way that I would recommend for you to make. It's really, really good. Cooper Marion says, "Reminds me of the hogs here in Texas and people eating them." Yeah, man, we have hogs here as well. Not where I live, but pigs are a big fucking problem in Australia and rural places. Let me see if I can do this. Who have we got now? And we've got Bam Bam versus Volkov. And I'm just going to bring up some things here, just some talking points. We can have a little bit of a chat, stuff that I had ready. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to go over a few little things with these guys. Okay. With Bam Bam, like overall, Volkov's has a higher work rate each round in comparison to Tai. Volkov on average scores 60% more significant strikes than Bam Bam. Volkov has 10 wins and 4 losses. Tai has 8 wins to 5 losses. Volkov has 5 inches in height and a 5-inch reach advantage. And he knows how to use it. This is a big thing with guys like this. He knows how to use it. It's not just like, say, no disrespect to Austin Lane, you can have all of that, but if you don't know how to use it against a superior striker, it's not really going to help you. On average per round, Tai decreases in strikes. So what do we? Let me. Yeah, on average per round, Tai decreases. Let me one thing. In the significant strikes landed from round 1 to 2 and then increases again in the third. This is also skewed by the number of fights that have ended in the second round for him as well. Ty's only had 3 fights that have made it to the third round and only 2 of those went the distance. But from these, we can see that Ty also gets hit more as the fight progresses. The average significant strikes per round that he sustains increases from 13 in round 1 to 19 in round 2 to 31 in round 3. This isn't good against a volume striker like Volkov if Ty can't get him out of there early. In his first 3 rounds, Volkov is very consistent in terms of output, averaging 23 to 28 significant strikes per round. Most of these head strikes with 14 to 16 of these to the head. Volkov also slightly increases his output as each round progresses for the first 3 rounds. That's what I'm saying. This isn't good for Ty on paper. Having said that, Ty can crack. So if he lands early and lands hard, he can really change the fight. Volkov lands on average 50 to 85% more on his opponent than his opponent does with him per round. Tai Tuivasa in his loss to Cyril Gane in the first round. Just give me 1 second. In his loss to Cyril Gane in the first round, Tai only scored 6 significant strikes, a dramatic reduction of his UFC average of 16. Only 2 of these were to the head, and his UFC career average is 10 strikes to the head in the first round. In the same round, Gane scored 16 significant strikes, also a reduction on his UFC average. But if you remember that fight, that was quite like a slower pace for both of them, being that I think they both respected their power. In the second round, Tai doubled his work rate from 6 to 15 significant strikes, whilst Gane increased from 16 strikes to 41, almost tripling the landed strikes from Tai. The 41 landed significant strikes from Gane was also a dramatic increase on his UFC second round average of 24. On average per round, Gane increases his output as the fight progresses, and the same thing happened in this fight. From round 1 to 2, he made a 156% increase in significant strikes landed, and then from round 2 to 3, he made a 29% increase in total for the entire fight. Against Alexander Volkov, when Cyril Gane, this was in 2021, Volkov lost a unanimous decision. In this fight, he was fairly consistent across the 5 rounds in terms of significant strikes, with 20 to 25 significant strikes landed per round. The main difference in each round in terms of output was where he was targeting Gane. In the first round, Volkov focused on the legs. He scored 18 leg strikes compared to his UFC first round average of 4. And he only scored 2 strikes to the head compared to his long-term first round average of 14. This changed each round until the final 5th round, where Volkov landed 10 leg strikes and 12 head strikes. Gane, on the other hand, increased his output as each round progressed for the first 3 rounds. His third round had the highest output, landing 42 significant strikes on Volkov in total in the fight against Gane. Now, having said everything that I just said, I think ultimately it seems that if Tai can't hurt Volkov early, I think it's going to be very, very difficult as the fight progresses and Volkov keeps coming forward with the strikes. Guys, could we please take this guy off? I don't know how to do this. Let me try it again. Okay. What have we got here? Ophon says, apparently iguanas are a pest in parts of Florida, and it's literally some people's job to catch iguanas and kill them by freezing. Wow. Oh, thank you, Oliver Ekman. You're a champion, man. Thank you. Yeah, I've seen documentaries of people eating iguanas, but goannas, which are like a big lizard in Australia, they people eat them, like Aboriginal people eat them. I've tried it. It's actually not that bad. I didn't think it was that bad. And Volkov is a big fellow too, you know. He's a big, big guy. Not just tall, but just like a big dude, you know. Yeah, I find it very, very, very interesting that there is a drop in the output of Bam Bam's offense versus just a steady kind of progression from Volkov. And the things that he does with his offense, I think are what really starts to take the toll, which are the leg kicks and the body kicks. If you can't answer them, not to say that Bam Bam hasn't got an answer. By the way, my heart's with Bam Bam in this fight. I do have a bit of a horse in the race in this one, simply because, like, whilst I wanted Tyson Pedro to win, I did. I didn't think that Anton was going to beat him. Whereas in this fight, I do think that it's much closer. I can't really say, oh, Volkov there's no way for Volkov to win. I can't say that. Volkov can definitely win. And so that's what makes me nervous for Bam Bam, but I'm going for Bam Bam, of course. And if he can't get Volkov out of there within 2 rounds, I think it starts to become increasingly difficult to do so, because the things that Volkov does also start to take your weapons away from you. You know, he hurts you with body kicks. He hurts you with leg kicks, you know, so, and he's smart at the way he does stuff, you know, and I think he addresses the leg kicks as well. And so he checks kicks, he gets inside his kicking range, which is much further away than your range, especially your range to punch. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting if Bam Bam can chop those legs early and get inside with a good little blitz and hit him with those fucking bombs. He's a good dude, that Bam Bam. Yeah, first time I saw him fight, he fought Peter Graham when he was a kid. He was like 18 years old in this like hybrid rules match. And I thought, fuck, this guy could be a champion of the world, man. Just, he lost the fight to Peter Graham, but you just see the way that he moved, man, the way his body moved and everything. And Peter Graham's, I think he even dropped Peter Graham early in the fight, you know, he dropped him early in the fight, but just how well he moved his body, and how well he even took some of the shots. It was just incredible. He's taking his shirt off. He's about to get in. Hey, Stevie Ashby. Oliver Ekman says rude. Thank you, sir. If Faisal, I believe, yes, Volkanovski is a stubborn monster. He's a tough guy, mate. He's a very, very, very tough guy. I'm telling you. It's going to be interesting. I don't know if Bam Bam's going to be able to blitz and get inside, you know. But I'm telling you, he moves very, very fast. What a lot of people don't realize, these guys have played the level of rugby league that he played. He played a high level of rugby league, and he played for the Roosters through that program. Those guys that make it through, and he could have played first grade, no problems. The guys that do, like, it's just a selection process. Like, you're very, very good athlete. You don't make those levels without, like, being a very good athlete. 6'7" is Volkov to 6'2" Ty. Yeah, because he makes Ty look short. And Ty's like, when I talk to Ty, I'm like kind of looking up at him, you know. But man, Bam Bam can land big power shots, man. And Volkov's no fucking joke. Volkov's a serious, serious cat. He's a big boy. The apprehension leading up to the fight. Oliver Ekman says, "Big boy Bam Bam." He is a big fellow, dude. He is. I'm just It's really going to be that. Like if Bam Bam can land early, early and often, and he can hurt him and get him out of there, because down the stretch, it's going to be very, very difficult for Bam Bam to get him out of there. I think, you know what I mean? Because if you got to understand, if they're still in there late in the fight, it's because Volkov has started to find his range, and the stuff that Volkov does to find his range hurts you. You know, the body shots, the leg kicks, it's hard. So round one's about to start. We're about to kick off here. What do you call them? Cheerleaders? Octagon girls. The octagon girl is now out of the octagon. Volkov looks like a fucking villain. Whoa, there goes that leg kick from Tai. Man, Tai's legs are huge, but Volkov checks it. And that there is the problem. Both Bam Bam's fighting out of orthodox stance. Oh, man. Bam Bam. So Volkov looks like a James Bond supervillain, little uppercut response. And Bam Bam looks like those kids in my classes when I was growing up that I was scared of, man. They were nice, but I was fucking scared of them. The way they're trading now. See, this is the early part of the fight where if Bam Bam can connect, he's going to fucking knock him out. It looks like something out of a Bond film, dude. Oh, right hand lands by Volkov and he hits Bam Bam low. Bam Bam says he's all right. They touch gloves. Inside leg kick by Volkov. Oh, man, Bam Bam. Oh, Bam Bam swinging a miss with the left hook. Oh, exchanges. Bam Bam gets hit in that exchange, but he's fucking got a chin on him too, dude. Volkov hit him with some short right hands there. Oh, man. Oh, this is edge of your seat. Bam Bam has switched to southpaw and now he's back to orthodox. He switches stance when he comes through and allows him to gain some distance. Oh, Bam Bam gets dropped, but not dropped. He gets back to his feet. His leg, he did get punched, but his leg got caught more than anything. Front kick by Volkov. His leg got caught by Volkov when he threw the kick, and then Volkov hit him with the right hand, and they went to the ground, but Tuivasa was able to get back up. Oh, man, these guys, man. Right hand, oh, nice combination by Volkov and hits Bam Bam to the body as Bam Bam breaks. 2 minutes and 42 seconds to go. Fuck the power that Bam Bam carries in that left hook. And that's the way that Volkov keeps dipping his head. Nice little leg kick by Volkov. I would be terrified of these fucking people, dude. They are huge. They are huge, huge human beings. Volkov does a great job of staying just outside of that range. Like he knows his range so well. Oh, man. They exchange little shots then. Oh, right hand lead by Volkov. Left kick to the head of Bam Bam. Bam Bam eats them all and comes forward. That would be fucking terrifying, dude. Because Volkov doesn't look like he doesn't hit hard. He ducks under a right hand from Bam Bam. Oh, my God. 1 minute, 48 seconds to go. Nice leg kick by Bam Bam. They hit each other in the exchange there. 1 minute and 43 seconds to go. Bam Bam with a left hook. Lands it on Volkov. I thought he landed that. Oh, right hand. Checks a kick of Bam Bam and hits him with a right hand. Bam Bam goes looking for the lead left hook. Ugh. Oh, that combination from Volkov, the lead right hand and left kick to the body. Bam Bam goes looking for the big left hook again. Volkov manages to stay out of the way with 1 minute and 14 seconds to go. Feints on the right hand, gets a big reaction from Bam Bam. Left kick to the body, taken in the arms of Bam Bam. Combination, he goes looking for a knee, does Volkov, but Bam Bam moves out of the way. Jab by Volkov. Oh, man. Bam Bam goes looking for the shots again, but Volkov does a good job of covering up. 51 seconds to go in this round. Oh, there goes a big kick. Oh, Bam Bam gets dropped. Bam Bam gets dropped with the right hand. But Bam Bam's back to his feet. Bam Bam's back to his feet. Volkov goes looking to put him up against the cage and land some combinations. He's landing some elbows, but Bam Bam throws a left hook in return. There's 29 seconds to go in this round. Bam Bam's head is made of rocks and hard stuff. Eats another right high kick from Volkov. Fuck. He throws a low kick and Volkov checks it. He's looking for a home. Oh, nice little cheeky jab hook there. Oh, big combinations by Volkov on Bam Bam. With 5 seconds to go, lands a front kick to the body. He's hurting Bam Bam to the head. And that's the end of the round. Bam Bam's face is bloodied up. Oh, man. Oliver Ekman says, Volkov is, sorry if I skipped anyone. Volkov is one of the few people who knows how to use his length well. Yeah, the guys that know how to use it well, it's such a weapon if you know how to use it. If you don't know how to use it, it doesn't fucking matter. But when you have someone like this that can use their length like that, fuck me, man. It's difficult. And he's tough and he's strong and he's experienced. Oh, my God. The problem with someone like Bam Bam is that he's durable. He can take a shot and he can just land one on you and it can change the fight. We're about to kick off again. Second round. About to start. They touch hands. Jab landed by Volkov already, and that helps to establish his range right off the bat. See, he's another guy. He doesn't just hit you moving backwards. He establishes his range. Ugh. Tuivasa pushes him up against the cage. Oh, throws big shots by Tuivasa. None of them landed flush. Oh, right hand eaten by, oh man, Bam Bam. Bam Bam feints on the low kick. Volkov checks it, lands a left hook on Bam Bam. Bam Bam's got a solid chin on him, man. Bit of feinting going on. Oh, Bam Bam goes looking for a left hook. Volkov's got to be careful coming in like that because that's a counter that Bam Bam's looking for all night is that left hook. And in that range, he can hit him with it. Oh, man. Oh, right hand by Bam Bam. Jesus. Oh, eats a right hand, does Bam Bam. Oh, they trade in the middle. Bam Bam hits him with a right hand. Oh, my God. 3 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the second round. Bam Bam's starting to eat a few shots now. Goes, oh, man. He's definitely slowed down now a little bit. Oh, gets dropped with a big right hand. And Volkov is on top. This is going to be problems for Bam Bam. Volkov's already landed. He's kind of trying to get to mount, but he's gone into half guard now, which is in a way worse. Because the half guard without this knee shield and without Bam Bam being in the position that he needs to be really is a Turkalj in wrestling, which is a pin. And this is going to, if he doesn't submit him, he's going to absolutely wear Bam Bam out. Having someone and you know, like, he got up, Bam Bam did. He got up. Good job by him. Oh, they exchange right hands. Bam Bam gets hit with a right hand, throws a left hook of his own. Oh, my God. Oh. 2 minutes and 37 seconds to go. Bam Bam throws a big right hand and a left hook after it. Oh, 1-2 by Volkov, just misses. Volkov catches another Bam Bam kick, follows Bam Bam to the ground. He's hitting Bam Bam with right hands. Bam Bam's not having a lot of answers for it. Volkov goes to mount. And now what I was going to say before, at heavyweight and at lightweight, the weights are different. Having a giant of a man like Volkov on top of you like this, is horrible. Huge elbow lands by Volkov. Huge elbow. Bam Bam's in all sorts of trouble. I don't think he's going to get up. It's 1 minute and 57 seconds to go. Even if he does get up from this, I do believe he's going to be completely exhausted from this. It's having someone like Volkov on top of you, hitting you, but just that weight crushing down on you when you're already tired is horrible. Yeah, that was Oliver Ekman says a feel of Volkov versus Lewis coming on. Yeah, but the thing is that, oh no, he's got the head arm choke. It's in deep. Bam Bam does a good job of trying to get up. Good, very good by Volkov to keep the weight on him, to keep him mount. Bam Bam's in a lot of trouble. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go. Again, Bam Bam gives his back. Volkov he's got one hook in. He's going to land a lot of shots here, I think. Bam Bam's doing a good job of scrambling, but man, it's going to take so much energy out of him. I don't know how much more of this we need to see with a minute to go in this round, man. I really don't. I know Bam Bam's not going to give up, but that's not what I want to see anyways. You know what I mean? Like, whilst he's not going to give up, he's just eating a ton of damage. 45 seconds to go. He's looking for an Ezekiel from the top is Volkov, and he can get it. He can get it. Big, long, strong arms like that are what Ezekiels are made for, or they're made for Ezekiels. So he can definitely get it from there. It'll just, done. He tapped him. It's hard for me. I see that. I like Bam Bam a lot as a person, He's a very good guy. They're both laying down. They look like they're sunbathing together. Fuck. That was rough. It was very, very, very rough. It was a good performance by James Lee, I have to say. Yes, it was. By James Lee. James Lee says it was a great performance by Volkov. Yeah, it was. It was rough to watch, man, to be honest with you. James Lee says, Ty's best and worst are too far apart. The gap, it's too big. It's almost like what Bam Bam is going to show up. I think it depends who you fight too, man. Like, it's hard how I'm trying to say this. Got to be careful when I say things, because I don't want to offend people, being that you see people, whatever. But it does depend who you fight, man. Certain styles match up well. I'm not talking about Bam Bam now, but like a lot of times people go, the best so-and-so I saw was against this person, and it's like, yeah, but that guy was never going to beat him, Person B was never going to beat person A. So to say that was person A's best performance, it's not, because he was never going to beat person B. So he could have done whatever he wanted to beat that guy. Whereas sometimes you see best performances are actually in losses, but that's not what people compare. So I see that a lot with fighters. I see that a lot. People say like, oh, he's won 3 in a row, but who did he beat? You know what I mean? Not even saying they're not ranked. Sometimes they're ranked, but the person that you're fighting matches up well with you. You know what I mean? And so it really depends who you fight, and that will dictate how you fight them and what part of your skill set turns up. It was really rough to see that, as someone that likes Bam Bam personally, and then I think he's a great guy, and I'm always a fan of him as a fighter. So it's hard, it's very hard to watch that. But full credit to Volkov. He did a fucking fantastic job, did a really, really good job. Joseph says Bam Bam's having difficulty with lengthy fighters. Again, man, it depends. He did a great job against Struve. But I think it just depends who the fighter is. And a guy like Volkov is a guy that can hit you at range and hit you well. Like Volkov is a good fucking fighter. You know what I mean? Like Volkov's a good fighter. If you're going to lose to someone, lose to Volkov, lose to Sergey, lose to those guys. These guys are fucking monsters. That it is what it is. Okay, I'm just going to go over the Adesanya fight a little bit, leading into it. tell you what I think, and I'll start in 1 sec. I'll be back. Fumples Fimple says, "Yo, Fab, do you think it's a stupid take to think that in a real fight with no rules is dominated by eye pokes and throat strikes, that these should be the only strikes you want to land in a real fight?" I don't know, man, because I'm not I'm not I don't get into street fights like that, and I don't have a background in that kind of thing. But you're not going, if you fight a guy that's a really good boxer, you're not the one that's going to be landing the eye pokes and the throat strikes. It's going to be him. You know what I mean? So it still goes back to that. And Fumple Simple says, "This is for striking only, then for wrestling, judo. What is the worst and most efficient equivalents to striking examples I gave? And same for BJJ on the ground." You got to remember that these guys, the good wrestlers, the good judoka, the good BJJ guys, they're the guys that are going to have the dominant position, and they're the guys that are going to be able to do whatever they want to do to you on the ground. So it's always going to be to your benefit to train in those arts, because it goes back to the boxing analogy. Like, the dude that's a better boxer is the guy that's going to fucking poke you in the eye. Or I'm just going to go over this stuff here with Adesanya and Sean. So Adesanya has 3 inches in height and a 4-inch reach advantage over Strickland. Adesanya has 12 wins and 2 losses in the UFC compared to Strickland's 14 and 5. On average per round, Strickland lands 28 significant strikes, 47% more than Adesanya's 19 significant strikes per round. This is something, I'm not saying that that Sean will beat him, but this is something to take into account. Strickland lands 24 head strikes per round on average compared to Adesanya's 10. Across all the 10 rounds they have fought in the UFC, Adesanya has approximately a 10% edge in accuracy for total and significant strikes. Having said that, I do feel that Adesanya is a much crisper, much stronger striker. So when he does land flush on your head, it's pretty much it. So it doesn't land as many. For the first 3 rounds, Strickland lands approximately 10 more strikes on average per round than Adesanya. This is driven by strikes to the head and strikes from distance. For the last 2 or 5 rounds, Strickland increases the average strikes, landing almost double Adesanya. So the volume is much higher for Strickland, but Adesanya is much more accurate, and Adesanya has much more pop with each one of his shots. Per round, Adesanya averages 5 to 7 strikes to the legs, where Strickland only averages 1 to 2. And that is very telling. And again, it's the nature of those significant strikes. When Adesanya chops legs, he chops perfect. He knows exactly where to hit, how to hit, and when to hit, which is the really, really important one. So he really does damage with the strikes that he lands, and he's accurate with the strikes that he lands. Adesanya's output peaks in the second round and then drops in the remaining rounds, where Strickland is consistent for the first 3 rounds and then increases dramatically in the 4th and 5th rounds. This may seem at first like Adesanya is slowing down, but it may be more indicative of how Adesanya comes out strong and knows he is ahead, so he doesn't have to take risks and can just pick his remaining rounds. Sorry, guys. Let me fix this. Against Jared Cannonier, Adesanya scored 116 significant strikes in total to Cannonier's 90. Let me get this. I'm going to get better at this, guys. I will. Yeah, in total. So he scored 116 significant strikes. Cannonier scored 90. This was driven by strikes to the head, where Adesanya scored 60 to Cannonier's 36. Similar to his average performance, Adesanya peaked in the second round, landing 28 significant strikes, 43% of those landing to the head. The third round saw an even 17 significant strikes landed for each fighter, with the difference being what position the strikes were thrown. Cannonier landed 8 strikes in the clinch, where Adesanya landed all of his strikes from the distance. Strickland. Against Cannonier, Strickland landed 152 significant strikes to Cannonier's 141. The main difference between the two fighters was where the strikes were aimed. Strickland landed 86% of his strikes to the head of Cannonier, whereas Cannonier landed 42% of his strikes to the head and 40% to the body of Strickland. In terms of significant strikes landed per round, Cannonier had a better first round, while the remaining 4 rounds, Strickland had a slight edge, landing 2 to 3 significant strikes more per round. So Strickland landed more shots against Cannonier, but he also got hit a lot more. And the other thing is, again, like I said, when Israel hits you, he's accurate and he picks his shots and he knows where to hit you. So you cannot get hit like that from Israel. It's not going to be forgiving. A lot of the times you're not going to see the shots. So I don't think that it looks well for Sean, but there is something to remember with these particular types of fights. And in particular, you got to remember the scoring, and you got to understand that it is a 10-point must system. And so you're judging rounds. Like the smart fighters, and Israel's a very smart fighter. And I think that Sean made this adjustment after the Cannonier fight. I think he understood this a little bit better. Just seeing him fight Abus and in particular Imavov after, it's not one fight. You got to think of it almost like 5 separate fights in a 5-round fight or a 3-round fight, 3 separate fights. You have to win your rounds and you have to win the majority of those rounds. This is how it's scored, whether you agree or you don't. You have to know that you say, for example, they come out, Adesanya knows that he won 1, 2, 3 rounds or whatever. And so sometimes people might win a round here, win a round there, or even win 2 rounds against him. But he knows that he won 3. Do you know what I mean? Like it's very, you got to be smart. You got to understand this. And that's what I think championship experience gives you. You understand that it's really 5 small matches and you got to win at least 3 of the 5. If you knock them out, great, you won that round, you won the fight, but you're still winning. You need to win 3 out of the 5 rounds. Here's where it gets interesting. Is like, let's say historically, as we've seen, Sean starts off a little bit faster and Adesanya peaks in the second round. And what I'm saying is maybe Sean can win an early round. Maybe he can steal a couple at the back end of the fight. Maybe he can win. That's, to me, really the only way he's going to win this fight. I don't see him out-grappling Adesanya, and I don't see him out-grappling Adesanya, and I don't see him stopping Adesanya. So can he win an early round and then come in strong towards the end? Maybe. But Adesanya is very crafty, very smart, brilliant fighter. Fumples Fimple says, yeah, I was just wonder how separated or unrealistically safe people feel by being trained because they never do or train the simple, dangerous stuff. It's hard, man. You're not going to meet a lot of fucking psychopaths. That's all they're going to try and do, rip your eyes out and shit. And if it goes that way, I'd put my money on like the boxer to be the one eye gouging you or punching you in the throat. Oliver Ekman says, Fab the wordsmith. Thank you, sir. Oliver Ekman says, I say 4 minutes at Joseph. So Joseph is saying Izzy wins in under 3. Oliver Ekman says, I say 4 minutes at Joseph. It's just going to be interesting how you don't know as well. I think Israel is far and away the favorite, right? Far and away. I think Sean is probably the best matchup in the whole top 10 for Israel. That's my honest opinion. But having said that, you don't know until you see people match up. You know, you don't know how each other reacts, in that with like to each other's energy. You don't know how the timing of each person. You don't know. Honestly, some people's bones just fucking feel different. Like you kick some people that you thought, no, it'll be easy to kick this guy, and you kick him, and your bones clash. Your leg clashes with his knee or something, and you're like, fuck, or your shins clash, and you realize this guy fucking, yeah. I don't think any of that's going to happen with Israel. I think Israel is a product of having he's the cream that rose to the top in kickboxing ranks in the UFC. So I don't think that's going to happen. Cooper Marion says Sean is getting disqualified in the fourth for extreme foul language. That is more of a probability. Yeah, I think so. Oliver Ekman says, I think it would be really cool if Sean won, though. I mean, it would definitely shake up the division, wouldn't it? Joseph says, only reason why I want Sean to win is to watch MMA Twitter lose their minds. It'd be interesting as fuck if Sean won. Like, it'd throw a spanner in the works, to say the least, but I just don't think he's going to do it. Israel's a big guy, man. Fucking big guy. Speaking of people that knows how to use their length and reach, Israel is that person. He knows how to use his length. He knows how to use his reach. He's definitely that person. Fuck, if I can't think of too many other people that can use their reach better than him. Maybe Pereira, him and Pereira are like right up there. They use their reach differently, but they both use their reach. Like they know how to not, it's not just reach that people don't understand this. It's height as well. Like they can just pull back a little bit when you're that much taller than someone. You can just pull back. Yeah. James Lee says, if Sean wins, I'd sprint to the MMA Guru channel and watch him bathe in Adesanya's downfall. Oh, my Ekman laughs. Oh, my God. Here we go. Now, he's a big boy, Adesanya, man, and he knows how to fight. He knows he's fucking gifted fighter. He's a savant. Sean's no joke, though, Let's see how it goes. 34 to 32, 6'4" to 6'1", 185 pounds a piece, 80-inch, reach is 76 from Sean. Again, man, Sean's not that small. Faisal says Adesanya is a great performer. That is very important, man. Yeah, he definitely can rise to the occasion, So it's going to be very, very interesting. I see a left hand, left high kick from Adesanya. That's what I see. I mean, he might not do it in the first minute, but that's what I see. I think the thing is, well, Sean wants to make it a dogfight, but I don't. Sean. It's hard because Adesanya can make it a dogfight too. You know what I mean? It's not like he can't fight in the trenches as well. He can. He's had a lot of fights. You can like him or not like him or whatever. I try to just keep it about the fighting on my channel. But whatever it is one thing. But what he can do is fight. Whether you like him or you don't like him. I wonder what the odds are on this, right? I wonder what the odds are on them doing a glove touch at the start. I think they'll shake hands, but I wonder if they'll do a glove touch when they come into the center of the octagon. Sean looks intense, man. Intense. And it's going to be right off the bat. How's he going to handle the leg kicks? Is he going to kick Izzy back? He has to kick Izzy's he has to kick with Israel. I see good feinting from Adesanya, says Faisal. Yeah, absolutely. You have to kick him there. You have to kick his legs. It's not whether or not, this is what people don't understand. It's not whether or not you're going to hurt him with the leg kicks. It means that if you kick his legs, he has to do something. He has to lift his legs. He has to move out of the way. He has to check it. He has to change his stance. He has to do something. But if you stand there and you let Adesanya, which is easier said than fucking done, dude. Don't get me wrong. He'll kick me once in the leg and it'll be fucking over, you know? I don't think it'd take that. I don't think it'd take that. I think he would just tell me that he was going to kick me and I would be scared. But the reality is like, you have to kick with the kicker. Bodybuilding News, Gastelum 2.0 says, Joseph says, Sean will walk forward, coach. He has to walk forward, but he has to walk forward, jab, get in his face, kick as well. You know, he has to kick with the kicker. I think the Gastelum fight, we look at it back, like if you watched it live, you're like, oh shit. But at the same time, Gastelum had moments in that fight, but he also got bashed real bad, real bad. James Lee, I'm going to stay away from him to keep it just fighting. Oliver Ekman says, I'm saying Sean by 4th round head kick. But man, could be. Who knows? They're about to start. They're about to kick off. Israel's looking very, very intense. And we're off, people. The thing is, I think Israel genuinely lives for this. The feinting from Israel early. Sean moves his legs out of the way. I'd like to see kicks from Sean. Like I said, Sean's pressuring a little bit forward, but Israel's got he's got the distance, you know what I mean? He's feinting from the southpaw stance. Israel goes looking for a leg kick to Sean. Sean's coming forward, parrying on Israel's hands, but Israel's already setting traps for him. You can see it because Israel's throwing strikes at a range where he's not going to land them just to see Sean's reaction. So he gets Sean's reaction, but at the same time, Sean can't counter. So very, very smart already off Israel right off the bat. You see that. No, I don't know how many people actually pick up on what Israel was doing there. Throwing those strikes outside of the range. Fuck, there's that left hand from the southpaw from Israel. Israel's looking really good today. Well, it looks good a lot, but it looks good today. Doubles up on the jab, does Israel. Sean with a kick. Nice inside kick from Sean. Sean parrying a little bit. Israel kicks, but Sean checks it. Israel goes looking for a left high kick. Sean takes it on the arms. A little bit of feigning from both of them. Israel goes looking for a right hand counter. The way Israel moves is very hard to deal with, man. Very fucking hard to deal with. Nice little jab from Israel. Israel is looking for a hook around the side to Sean's parry. Sean backs himself to get his head out of the way because he holds his hands again like to his chest, you know, so he's able to move his head out of the way a little bit, but he's an awkward guy. But fuck, mate, I wouldn't want to be playing this game with Israel. Oh, 1-2 from Sean misses. Israel is looking for a low kick, crescent kick. Sean catches Israel's leg. Israel hops out of the way. They start playing with each other's leads, hands. Sean goes looking for a jab, just lands a jab, misses the right hand in Israel. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. But Israel makes you walk onto his shots, dude. Israel's looking very relaxed. His kicks are coming from different angles. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Sean is inside that range. Israel's feinting high and low. Ugh, man. I'm not even going really for either one of these guys, and I'm like charged watching this fight. Oh, exchange there of low kicks. Israel with a nice left hand to the body. Sean's doing a good job of pressuring, but not landing anything. Israel's landing kicks to the legs. As long as Sean keeps pressuring forward, right, it takes away from Israel's ability to kick as much. But at the same time, you're walking into Israel's range with 1 minute and 46 seconds to go. Sean's got his shoulders up high. Oh, this exchange in the middle there. I just don't like it, man. For Sean, I don't like the whole fight for Sean. It doesn't, when I'm watching this, it doesn't feel like Sean's going to land anything on Israel. It just looks like Israel's going to land something on Sean. Right hand by Sean. Israel covers up. They exchange jabs. Israel lands a better jab. Israel's playing possum a little bit, it seems. Fainting that he's hurt. Oh, I almost knocked myself out watching this. Israel's doing a very... Both guys exchanging here. 1 minute to go. $55 seconds to go. Fucking hell. Israel lands a lovely kick to the legs there of Sean. Sean's making Israel move around the periphery of the octagon. Israel is so efficient and fluent with his movement, and so is Sean in his own way. Sean's stepping into range. Israel is looking for a left high kick. Now a left kick to the body. Oh, fuck, he drops him. Sean dropped Israel with the right hand. Sean drops Israel. Israel's fucking hurt. Israel's hurt. Israel gets up to his feet. Sean's landing big shots on Israel. Israel's covering up. Israel's covering up. Is he going to survive? There's 10 seconds to go. 7 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Time. Fuck! That was a big shot. That was a big shot. Excuse me, people. Excuse me. Excuse me. I let my emotions get the better of me. Wow. James Lee says, I had my TV up, Fab. Haha, you woke my nan up. My apologies. Grandma Lee. Let me get my breathing back. As Israel threw that left hook, Sean landed a right hand and it hit Israel flush. But one thing I will say is Israel's durability is incredible. Remember, this man has been stopped twice in his MMA career, both by the same man in over 100 combat fights. Remember this, first round goes to Sean. Okay? So if Israel wins second, third, fourth, who knows, you know? Whoa, Israel looking very good still, composed, looking for leg kicks. Sean is doing a very good job of staying composed, not trying to come out and jump on him. Sean's got to stay composed. Israel's very durable, though. Israel's very durable. Very, very durable. Israel is looking for a left high kick. Man, this fight. Sean's hands are up. Israel goes looking for a low kick. Sean gets out of the way. They're parrying. Oh, my God. Just the fucking balls on Sean to just get in that range. They exchange. Ugh. They exchange jabs once again. Wow. Sean steps, doing a good job of lifting his legs, stepping into range, and that creates a feint against Israel as well. Israel's trying the combination. Sean's doing a good job of rolling out of it in the pocket. My God, this is fucking awful. This is taking years of my life. Sean's doing a good job of walking Israel down, but Israel's a fucking monster. Like he's walking you onto his shots. Sean gets out of the way. Front kick by Sean. This is good because he's utilizing his legs, you know, and this mitigates some of Israel's leg kicks. Ugh. Leg kick by Israel, but it's partially checked by Sean. They exchange jabs. Israel, fuck, he goes low and high with such speed and accuracy. Sean slips out of the way. Israel, fuck. Israel is looking for a left high kick, taking on the arms of Sean. Israel throwing that jab out there, and Sean continuing to move forward. They exchange jabs once again. Israel fighting with his hands down, hits Sean with a right hand. Right low kick by Israel. Sean gets hit to the calf, but looks like it was partially checked as well. Oh, this exchange, they're in so close. Anyone can hit anyone at any stage here. Right, little teep by Sean to the body of Israel. Oh, man. I can't tell when Sean checks those kicks or Israel lands them. And Sean is standing so close to Israel, dude, so close. It's making Israel uncomfortable, but I know Israel can counter at any time too. Ugh. And you don't know how he dropped him. You don't know how much it affects him as the fight progresses. 1 minute and 18 seconds to go in this second round. Anything can happen in this fight, man. Anything can happen. Israel doing a good job. He's looking to counter. He's looking at that right-hand counter, but Sean keeps lifting those shoulders up and getting out of the way. Israel looking for the kicks to the body and the legs, not having any success with it. Oof. Israel parrying away at Sean's hands. Sean doing they're so close. Sean goes looking for a jab. Sean is staying so composed with 36 seconds to go in this round. Anything can happen in this round. Oh, Israel is looking for 1-1-2. Doesn't land. 20 seconds to go. Sean just staying composed, man. He's just staying composed. Israel goes looking for a kick to the body. Sean catches it. Israel looking to spin. Sean just gets out of the way. 1-2 by Sean, misses. 4 seconds to go. That's a round. That's it. I don't know who won that round. James Lee says, what's the game plan for Izzy now, Fab? Do you reset and change your plan a little or stay solid? I think that Israel, again, I think Israel's doing well. He's getting Sean to bite on his feints. But Sean's doing really well too. Apologize if I missed people. Yeah, like Sean's doing a good job. Israel's doing a good job. Like, these are high-level fighters, man. There's not much in it. I don't know how hurt Israel is from that. Only he knows. But don't get it twisted, dude. Israel is one hit away from changing it, because once he starts to hurt you, it's a different fight altogether. And his counters are coming from different angles that you can't see. I don't know who won the second round. I'm not judging the fight. I'm watching it. I'm very, very caught up watching this fight. Definitely Sean won the first. Let's say Israel won the second, right? So we got a round apiece. Now we're back again. And this is where it gets interesting. Third, fourth, and fifth. Sean's volume increases. Sean's doing a good job of addressing the kicks. But I know Israel can just fucking counter at any stage. He's such a sniper. Goes looking for a low kick, does Israel. Gets hit with a jab, does Israel. Israel's finding it hard to really find a chink in Sean's armor. And Sean is pressuring forward, pressuring forward, doing a great job of it, and addressing the kicks because he's kicking with Israel. And when he doesn't kick, he lifts his legs. See? And that makes Israel move. He's not just staying there waiting for Israel to hit him. Oh, my God. Again, the front kick by Sean. Oi, Sean dropped both his hands there, kind of reached out. This is what I was saying to you. I don't think his defense is laughable, dude. I wouldn't laugh at his defense. It's not to say Israel can't catch you. That's what fucking Israel does. But yeah. Israel coming. See, this is the thing. Israel's slowly coming forward, picking shots off. You can't discount who Israel is, you know? Israel is looking for a low kick. Sean coming forward like this, though, makes Israel work. And because he stays composed, Israel's having to move. Nice cheap by Sean. And he doesn't. He's very smart with what he's doing, man. He's not engaging Israel, and he's making Israel move and miss instead of engaging him. And I think Israel, that's what I was saying to you, I think Israel's playing possum in the first round as well when he had his hands up because I think he thought Sean would engage with him, but he doesn't. Ooh, Israel went looking for a right hand, missed the shot, and then Sean missed the counter. This is very smart from Sean. It's not to say Israel can't catch him, but he's doing a very good job. He's taking Israel to the periphery of the octagon and then not engaging with him and making Israel move. This becomes very tiring, dude. This is only the third round. I've seen Israel move, but not as much as this fight like this necessarily. 1-1-2 landed by Sean. Not flush, but enough. So he's not giving Israel, fucking hats off to Sean and hats off to his team. He's not giving Israel enough to counter on. So he's able to counter Israel, lands a right hand and a left hook. Fuck me dead. What a fight. Very smart because Israel wants him to go first and Sean's forcing Israel to go first, but to go first as Israel's moving backwards. This is what's happening in this fight. And then Sean just gets out of the way. But Israel, I know, can finish you at any fucking stage. Lands a little jab to Sean, and then he doesn't engage. Very interesting fight. 1 minute to go in this round. Oh, they exchange. Sean lands a little left hook. Jesus. 55 seconds to go. 52 seconds to go. Sean lands a teep, and I couldn't tell if he landed that 1-1-2, but even if he did, it was a glancing blow. Fuck, mate. These guys just swung in the middle of the octagon. Someone was going to go out if one of those shots landed. Israel goes looking for a calf kick, again partially blocked by Sean. Israel looking for the counter left hook. Sean biding his time. 26 seconds to go. Pressuring Israel. There's 19 seconds to go. Israel's light on his feet. 14 seconds to go. 12 seconds to go. 10 seconds to go. Not many people can pressure the way that Sean does without actually engaging. 3, 2, 1, time. Fuck me. That third round, I don't know who you give it to. Who do you give that third round to? Maybe Sean. Maybe Sean. These are the things you've got to understand. First goes to Sean, 100%. Second, I'd say Israel. Third, I don't know. This is where these fights get crazy. This is another thing. You know, when people go, oh, you just got to take him down. Israel knows this, dude. You think Israel doesn't know? Do you know what I mean? You think Israel doesn't know that, or Alex Pereira don't know that you're going to try and take him down? It takes a lot of energy. The way he's pressuring, man, it's impressive. Doesn't mean that Israel can't take it from him. He can. He can. But, man. Joseph says, such a technical fight must be fucking tiring. Yeah, man, on your neural system in particular. Man, the way I'm biting on the feints, I always feel, though, that Israel's just always an inch away from stopping the fight. So, third round, I don't know who's winning this fight, right? I don't know. I don't know if they give them two apiece, two to Israel, one to Sean. I don't know if they give 2-1 to Sean. I don't know. Oh, right hand by Israel. This is the problem when Israel starts to get that range. Sean coming forward, checks a kick from Israel. Bites on the feint, does Sean. Keeps his hands up. He's in he's in that space with Israel. Oh, man. They exchange. Oh, man. Israel lands a low kick. Oh, he partially lands a left high kick on Sean. Then he lands a low kick. Goes looking for a jab. Oh, does Israel? Israel gets away from the corner. Sean goes looking for a jab. They exchange left hands. Israel swinging a miss on the left hand. Guys, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please share the page. Fuck me, Dad. Little right hand lands by Sean. Israel's very good at setting up traps, though, and Sean's not biting on him. He's not biting on him. Oh, they exchange. Sean hits him with a left hand. Sean lands a little combination on Israel. Oh, 1-2 by Sean. 3 minutes and 16 seconds to go. Israel with a 1-2. Israel's coming forward now. Israel knows he has to. Israel, I've never seen him in the position like this where he has to come out and win the rounds. And Sean keeps pressuring and not biting on the feints. This would be extremely frustrating for Israel. Two minutes and 51 seconds to go. Wow. Israel looking. Oh, lands a jab. Almost lands a right hand on Sean. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Man, Israel throwing the combinations out. What an emotionally charged fight. Oh, Israel covers up. Sean with a little combination then. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Sean lands a jab penetrating the guard of Israel. Israel goes looking for a 1-2. He's measuring it. Sean takes a leg kick. Israel gets out of the way. There's 2 minutes to go. Oh, Israel partially lands a right hand to the top of Sean's head. 1 minute, 58 seconds to go. You know what Sean's doing now is not cutting off the... sometimes he doesn't cut off the octagon now to give Israel, that makes him move. Israel threw that right hand, left hook, almost landed that dude. Oh, left kick to the body by Israel. 1 minute and 43 seconds to go. Sean keeps hitting with the front kick. Israel is looking for the right hand again, misses. Jab, front kick by Sean. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. Man, my shoulders are tired. 1 minute and 28 seconds to go. Calf kick by Israel. Israel's moving. 1 minute and 22 seconds to go. Israel with his hands down, trying to bait Sean to come in, but Sean doesn't take the bait. Clever man, this Sean. Sean goes looking for a body lock, but Israel gets out of the way. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Oh, my God. Mate, these guys, fucking hell. 54 seconds. What are they doing to me? He's doing a good job, Sean, of not... Oh! They exchange. Israel landed a right hand, but didn't hurt Sean. 39 seconds to go. Israel's so efficient with his technique, though, that he carries the power late into the fight. One of the few people that can do that. 30 seconds to go. 26 seconds to go. Front kick by Sean. Israel gets hit with a nice little left hook by Sean. 16 seconds to go. 13 seconds to go. Sean with a little 1-2 towards the end of this round. 7 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. I watching this, give that round to Sean. I give that round to Sean. Man, so let me just start from here. I don't even know how to address this. Look, somebody says, James Lee says, do you think the judges will appreciate the pressure from Sean minus engagement, or that even though Izzy has to move all the time, he's going first, so seems more active? Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know that Sean is less active as the fight's progressing. I think, yeah, if this is 5th round going now that we're going into, I don't know. I don't know how I would score this. I really don't know. I don't know. He's definitely fucking landed on Israel, I'll tell you that. He's given a fucking really good account of himself, has Sean. All right. I think Israel knows that. I've never seen Israel in this position like this where he needs to come out and get the finish. And Israel knows it. You know, Israel knows he has to come out. I think I feel like he's kind of behind, or it could be even. So I've never seen him where he has to come out and win the round. You know, and he's a bad man, dude. So he can do it. Oh, fuck, man. I don't even know who's winning this fight. Leg kicks. Israel's very active at the start of this round. But Sean is not intimidated. Oh, they exchange shots. Sean with his little leg raises are very, very good. You know, it serves as a feint for the kicks and allows him to close the distance on Israel. They go front kicks. Israel's got brilliant movement, man. Feet and head. 3 minutes. Ooh. Very good the way he's addressing the kicks, man. Very, very, very good. Man, it's incredible. Incredible fight. Absolutely incredible. They clash shins. Israel is looking for a left hand. Sean lands a jab. Very measured approach, guys. This fight. Oh, man. My God. I don't know, man. 3 minutes to go. Front kick by Sean. Oh, man, Israel is looking left high kick, right hand goes Israel. He's looking for that combo. Sean still, man, he's doing such a good job of just staying in that range and not buying into the feints. Israel looking for left hands, taking on the arms of Sean. Sean again with a front kick to the body. Man, this is great job by Sean. 1-2 by Sean. Man. Israel is looking for a right hand. Oh, front kick and then a little right hand by Sean. Both guys exchanging. 2 minutes to go. Oh, left high kick by Israel. Both of these guys exchanging. Oh. What an exchange here. 1 minute and 51 seconds to go. The way Strickland is fighting, only he can fight like this, you know. And the way Israel's fighting, only he can fight like this. Is what's so fucking weird. Sean is doing such a good job of not not getting caught up in the feints. Little right hand lands by Sean. 1 minute and 26 seconds to go. He lands a 1-2 on Israel. He lands a 2. Throws a 1. Got to be careful. Here's 1 minute and 16 seconds to go. Israel can crack. Lands on the shin of Sean. 1 minute to go. $59 seconds. My God. Jab by Sean. Oh, Israel with a swing and a miss on the right hand. Both guys missed their right hand counter. 45 seconds to go. Down the stretch. What are we going to see? Sean lands a little right hand as he chases Israel down. Throws a front kick to the midsection of Israel. Israel answers with a jab. They exchange right hands. Front kick landed by Sean again on the body of Israel. 26 seconds to go. Again, another front kick lands by Sean to the body of Israel. He's calling Israel out. He's telling Israel to trade with him. I'm assuming that's what he's saying. They're not swapping recipes for pasta out here. He's talking to Israel. They're swinging and missing. He's got his hands down, calling Israel on. There's 5 seconds to go. There's 4 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Time. Lands a big left hook on Israel. I think Sean Strickland is your new middleweight champion, ladies and gentlemen. Sean took that fight. I would be very fucking surprised if they give it to someone. Watching this like this, I would say that he won this fight. Jesus. Immediate rematch for Israel Adesanya. Of course, I do believe he has earned it. He's a dominant champion. But fuck me. Oh my God. He won the belt. Good for him, man. Good for fucking him. Honestly, good for him. Good for him. But that's the thing, Joseph. I don't think he is a crazy man that doesn't give a fuck. Sean's going up to Israel to shake his hand, and I don't know if Israel's being a good sport about it. But Sean, this is other things that I picked Israel to win this fight. I don't know how much that right hand right at the start of the fight, like, changed it, like as in like how much that hurt Israel. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know how much that was the thing that hurt him. And then that changes the fight. It also changes like the momentum of the fight in that on all levels, but also in that you lost that round. And this is what I said. I'm not going to act like I picked Israel because I'm not going to act like I picked Sean because I didn't. But I'm not going to act like I picked him because I didn't pick him. I picked Israel. But I did say, man, I said to you before the 10-point must system, you have to understand how that works. You know what I mean? And when you lose the first one like that, it's a clear loss. I can't see them not giving it to Sean. And Sean has to get an immediate rematch. Israel, look, if you see Israel's body language, the way that he's looking and that, I'd be fucking surprised. He won it. Good for him, man. Good for fucking him, Immediate rematch to Israel, I would imagine. Good for Sean, man. I'm so happy for him, honestly. I know how hard it is, man, for some of these guys. And for him in particular, Good for him. Honestly, I'm almost close to fucking tears for him. Like, I know how hard he worked, Like, as in, like, I know how hard it would be for him, Like, just good for him, man. I'm emotional, He won the belt. Where's fucking Eli Hedges when you need him? I've had conversations with him about Sean. I didn't think Sean would beat Israel, but I have spoken to him about Sean beating other people because he was a sleeper. But it also makes you think about, I predict that in the future, in the 2-3 years, Imavov will be one of the guys that will be, if not the title holder, but in serious contendership for it. He's got the frame. He's got the striking. He's got the acumen to do it. He just needs the experience, and you can see him fixing things as he's going. So I pick Imavov, and now that you see that fight, him and Imavov, it changes things a little bit for you. You know, unbelievable. You know, like it really, really was unbelievable. I think immediate rematch for sure. I don't know. The rematch will be completely different because I do think that Fumple Simple says, "Yo, Fab, so how much money did Sean just make, you reckon? Around 500 US, like for the purse? Yeah, because he's the challenger, around that." Adam Onra says, "Fair play to Strickland." Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. I can't hear the interview, by the way. No, I think, yeah, there'll be it's fucking funny, man, because now it goes Israel, Sean, again, I'd imagine, and then Drickus and Hamzat and Costa have to fight. You know, you still got Rob, you still got it's interesting, you know what I mean? Wow. He just got in Israel's face. But the biggest thing, dude, fucking smart, those coaches, man, and him. Because one thing is to have smart coaches, this is a game plan. The other thing is you got to be fucking monster enough to go and play it out. But the way that he stood just in that range, out of range, high guard, you know, smart, but he did enough to not buy into the feints. And that's the thing with the takedowns. This is what people don't understand, dude. This is why it's fucking stupid, because he wasn't going to hold Israel down. He's not going to hold him down. I don't fucking know what world some people are living in. And it's not that easy. It's not that easy. He just stood up with a kickboxing world champion after getting TKO'd by one. In fairness, Israel never won. I know what you're saying, but he never won the belt there. Still one of the baddest fuckers on the planet. Avoid Me says, what about Alex? Him and Israel fight, winner versus Sean. Alex is a light heavyweight. He's going to fight Jiri. So it's a very interesting fight. And one of the things that I did say was it surprised me Sean was significantly bigger than I thought he would be. Like, that was one of the things that threw me off about him. Like, just when I saw him cut the weight, even when I saw him fight Imavov, you know, and they fought at a heavier weight and everything. Not a glory. He didn't win the glory belt. He might have won a title, but he wasn't like the glory champion, you know. He was fucking right up there though. Good for Sean, you know. Good for Sean. It's tough, you know. There's another thing, and we spoke about it in the breakdowns. With the age and that, you don't know when that age will be. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, boom, Israel's too old now. But there is a thing where people just lose a step, and especially like fighters that fight off reaction, off reflexes, they just get that little bit slower, like that, just little bit. And the other guy's just a little bit younger, entering their prime. And yeah, and that's what it is, man. Guys, I'm going to do a breakdown possibly on Tuesday, and we're going to talk about this in detail. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Please join us. I'm going to do it on midday Australia time, so Sydney time, whatever time that is for you guys. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it very, very much. This has shaken up the middleweight division crazy. Let me know what you guys think should happen, by the way, before I go. Ali Ramram says, at the end of the day, to fight, it doesn't matter how many techniques and fate and game plans you have. You only need a 1-2. No, but this is the thing. If he had gone in there just walking forward, throwing 1-2s, Israel would have fucking clobbered him. But he didn't do that, man. He pressured him. He fainted. He kicked with a kicker. And then he was able to feint and get get Israel to go first. This is where the fight was won because he was making Israel go first. He'd get him all the way to the periphery, and that's where most people kind of freeze up and they either go and he can counter, but he didn't bite on the feints. He made Israel go first. So Israel was moving back, trying to walk him onto the shots to counter, and Sean would not take the bait, and so he'd get him all the way there and make Israel move. Very, very tiring way to fight. Very tiring way to fight. And he dropped him early in the first. James Lee, say hi to the MMA guru for me, man. Shout out MMA guru. All right, my brother. Take care. That guy's going to be a savage with this. Good luck. Godspeed. Take care, guys. Thank you very much.